Hi, I'm Sherry, and welcome to Home, Help, and Heart. I'm a little late. I set the deadline for questions for my summer Q&A to August 15th, and then I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I kept checking in, like on Instagram and stuff, but I forgot to do the video. And so here I am. I don't know, what is it, the 18th or something? Not too far off. Okay, thank you very, very much for your questions. I got a lot of very sort of existential questions this time, um, and a lot of similar questions, but I'm going to read them all and we'll see. I have not read these since you wrote them, and so I try to be a little on the extemporaneous side, so we shall see. First is from Cher B. Hi, Cher. I know it's been a really tough couple of years for you, and my question would be what or who makes you giggle? Babies and toddlers get when they get to giggling, I swear to God, I can't stop laughing. Um, I watch, YouTube videos, but especially when I don't know, the parent either says something to the kid that they know makes them laugh, and they just go into the that big giggle. It makes me laugh. I love Charlotte Dobre on YouTube. She's a much younger lady, but she's a lot of fun, and her videos make me laugh as well. Um, do you have a favorite type of comedy show, film, or comedian that you enjoy? My favorite comedian um, was Robin Williams, and the anniversary of his passing was just in the past 2 weeks or so. Miss him a lot because I had followed him clear from Happy Days when he was originally Mork to then Mork and Mindy and on and on. I think I've seen just about every movie he's ever made. Excuse me. So he's my favorite. As of now, comedians. I like Kathleen Madigan. I saw her once live, and she was a little on the naughty side, but really hilarious. My friends and I used to go to live comedy shows in DC all the time. So I loved that. Okay. There's no particular comedy show that I can think of. I haven't watched TV for a couple of years. So I mostly just watch Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and now I have Paramount Plus. Okay, Mary Ellen. Yes, it has been a hard 2 years. My question is, tell me about your perfect day. Some of these were really tough because you know what kind of 2 years it's been. Um, boy, I hate to whine. I really, really do. Anyhow, y'all know the last half of 2020 was bad, bad, bad. Beginning of 2021 was bad. Had some really good times last summer with my two friends who did move down from DC area last summer and now live here full time. And we've gotten together. We still get together every couple of weeks, but I go to their house now because they have a pup that has never been left alone. So I think a perfect day would involve friends and animals, but especially dogs. And my friends that used to be my neighbors, and we still get together. Their border collie, Blue, is adorable, and he loves me. And his predecessor, Jazz, was like a son to me, and I don't say that laughingly. He was very close to me because he was Missy's bestest friend and boyfriend her whole life. And then my friend's new dog is named Stacy, and she is an absolute riot. She's coming up on 2 years old, but she's just like still got that zoom 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 energy, and she has the one ear that stands up and the one ear that folds down. So stinking cute. Okay, so I hope that helps. Mrs. Loretta. Oh, and I forgot to say hi, Mary Ellen. Love you. And next is one of my most loyal subscribers, Mrs. Loretta. God love you. She checked on me all the way through both surgeries, and so it's just been a joy to um, to be checked in on by Mrs. Loretta. I would like to know how you keep your spirits up after things that have happened, your surgeries, losing Missy. How did you stay so strong? Well, here's the secret. I wasn't. I'm a very strong person, but I was leveled by the loss of Missy, end of July 2020, the loss of Sissy, my little sister, leaving the program August or September 2020, and my best friend moving away December 2020. I was decimated by that, and I didn't come back from that until well into the spring of 2021. So I don't keep my spirit. I do keep my spirits up. One of the things I do, and I think everybody should do this every night when I go to bed, and I think y'all know, I do identify as a Christian, but I'm really more spiritual than I am religious. I do believe in God. I do pray. But one practice I've had for quite a long time is that every night when I go to bed, right before I go to sleep, I say, thank you, Lord, for all the blessings. Excuse me, my throat. The allergies. The pollen has been horrible. Sorry, I say, thank you, Lord, for all the blessings. And then I say, today, my biggest blessings were, or the things that made me happiest were, and I name the things, one or two or three things that happened that day that, I'm blessed for or that made me the happiest. And I think that that is an awesome practice for pretty much anybody to do. And you don't have to do it as a God thing. You could say, thanks to the universe for my blessings, or, thanks to whoever, you know. Okay. Oh, she also asked, Mrs. Loretta also asked, do you ever hear from or get to see Jasmine? Jasmine doesn't live here anymore in the state. Um, she left the state without anybody knowing, pretty much, about, I guess, about a year and a half ago now. And so, yeah, I ask her, I say hi to her now and then on a text or on a Facebook Messenger, and I'll get a word or two or three back, but I've not had a conversation with her in quite a long time. And do you plan on getting another dog? Well, we're past 2 years now, and I have been harassed by everybody I know. Get a puppy, get a puppy, get a kitten, get a kitten. I do not. I'm about to be 70 in October, and I do not want to do the kitty or puppy thing anymore. I've never had a cat, so I definitely would not do a kitten. I don't want a puppy. I wouldn't mind like 2 or 3 years old, or even 1 year old, if it wasn't too crazy. But yeah, the more I realize these past 2 years, I am spoiled. I really am. I was out for 12 years, 4 times a day, no matter wind, sleet, rain, snow, hail, tornado warning, whatever. That girl went out to potty 4 times a day, 2 good-sized walks and 2 potty walks. One was to the mailbox at lunchtime, and one was right before bed. I don't miss that. I gotta be honest. I do not miss going out in the monsoons, because I live on the coast and we have nor'easters here. Even though I'm not in the Northeast, we have nor'easters here. We also get remnants of hurricanes coming up from the south, And we sometimes have the two collide, and it can get pretty darn crazy. And when you have to take a dog out in that, when you can't even like stand up straight, it's difficult. And I hate the cold. And the older I get, the more I hate the cold. So going out, bundling up in multiple layers and going out in the snow and all that. And y'all know how much she loved the snow. And that's not to say that another dog would, but I had to be out in the snow in the cold a lot because she liked to play outside so much. She wouldn't come home on a snowy day. So that's Loretta. Okay, then on to Julia Marie. What is your very favorite thing to do, either daily or as an occasional treat? Well, because I just did it last night, I'll tell you what one of my occasional treats is, and it's not food. About once a month, I go to Massage Envy, the local version of Massage Envy affiliate, and I have a massage. And I've been doing that for about 2 or 3 years, although during the pandemic they had to shut down at times. And so I'm back to doing that. I absolutely love it. You may notice I have a new backdrop. It is a very, very heavy 3-panel screen. Absolutely beautiful. Got it on Buy Nothing. And I got it from her garage to my car. She helped me sort of angle it because I couldn't get the door closed. Then I drove it home and I got it out of the car, walked it on its feet all the way in. It was so heavy and so tall compared to me. I almost went over a couple of times with it and it would have been bad, but everything went okay. So I really needed the massage I had last night because of that. I have never had, well, I won't say I never, but I have rarely had absolute balls of muscle under my shoulder blades as I had last night. And she worked on them over and over and over again. And I think part of that is from holding the screen folded together, extremely heavy over my head, and I'm trying to balance it and walk it through the house, down the driveway and into the house and through the house. Yeah. So I get a massage not for a luxury, but for the health of my body, especially my back and my legs and my feet. I live near the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. I do like going to the beach, but I am not a 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the beach person. When Jean was here, my friend that moved away in December 2020, there were times when we went to the beach every Sunday, but we went at 7:30 or 8 in the morning. We had a wonderful couple of hours of empty beach with maybe a couple of locals around us, and the sunrise and pristine beach and nobody in the water. And then by the time the hordes, what I call them, the tourists, and by the time the hordes start stomping down the boardwalk, we were going the other way. And that way we didn't have to deal with it, because a crowded beach for me is an unhappy beach. So that was my happy place back when Jean lived here. I can go by myself. I just don't enjoy it. I just don't enjoy it much. Okay. Hi, Julia. Okay, next is Marby R. This question is of a political nature. I feel like it's sort of a leading question, and therefore I'm not going to answer it. But I do thank you, Marby R. Thank you for it. It's just that this is the kind of question where it's clearly asking me to take a side, and my politics are my politics and they're private. Okay. And then Juanita Kerr, I'm not sure. What is your favorite dish? And 3 questions. What is your favorite dish? What is your favorite dessert? Have you traveled to the West Coast? Favorite dish, gosh, I'm a foodie. I love food. So that's hard to say, but I will say in the summertime, I love a homemade quesadilla. I've been making more chicken this summer because I've been on Noom all summer. But I have some pork in the fridge right now. Some pork, what do I call them? Mexican pulled pork tortillas. So it's not pulled pork barbecue, but it's pulled pork with the Mexican seasonings and stuff on it. And I have that with brown rice and with veggies, usually two different kinds of peppers and corn, if I can get corn fresh, which is the best corn I've ever had here locally. I mean, it's the best corn I've ever had in my life, but it is here locally. He used to be right down the street, the guy that sells the corn right out of the field, but he moved up the street, and I have not been to him since he did that. So that's quesadillas, chicken quesadillas with, uh, the corn to tortillas, and then the veggies and the chicken, and a little bit of cheddar cheese to kind of hold it together, and some homemade pico de gallo. That's good. What is your favorite dessert? Well, anything revolving around chocolate would be my favorite dessert. I am a chocoholic, big time, and have been for most of my life. I love dark chocolate. I really, back in the day, I used to love that, what was it called? Brownie sundae that a lot of restaurants used to have back in the day. And it was a brownie with ice cream on it with maybe a little chocolate syrup or something. Now I don't get anything quite that extreme in terms of calories and size, but if you live near an Applebee's and if you like a brownie sundae, go in and get theirs. It is 2 bites with a little scoop of ice cream. It is perfect for dessert after dinner or whatever. Um, yeah, it's one of my favorite desserts because it's just small, super delicious, and done. It's not a lot of stuff that's going to make you feel I've ate too much. Okay, and have you traveled to the West Coast? Yes. I've actually been to the West Coast for vacation with my friend Denise, who lives in the Bay Area. I've been out there in 2010 and 2013 to visit her for a week, and we've done Yosemite, Tahoe, all through there, and and downtown San Francisco. And then 3 times I've been to Hawaii. I've flown through either LAX or SFO, usually SFO, San Francisco airport on the way over, because sitting on a straight flight to Hawaii is not something you really want to do when you live on the East Coast. Okay, I know that I did not have anything on Instagram as of yesterday, but I want to say that somebody asked me a question on a different video. So just real quick here, let me look at this video and see. The video that came right after the Q&A call for questions was Missy's memorial video, and I was thinking that someone had left me a question somewhere other than under the call for questions video, but I'm not seeing it. So if I missed your question, I'm really sorry. Please let me know what it was, and I'll answer it in something future. But yeah, these are the questions that were left under the YouTube video. I did put the picture, the thumbnail picture of call for questions due 8:15 on my Instagram, but I didn't get any questions there. I'm new back to Instagram. I took off the last 2 years from Instagram. I'm not the biggest Instagram fan, put it that way, but there are people on there that's the only place that I'm in contact with them. So I decided to come back, on and off. So, all right. Let me see. There are 2 videos I've got in my head that I haven't filmed yet. One is, and I'm guessing it's probably not going to be, unfortunately, super interesting to my super fans, those of you who always show up and always watch and always comment. God bless you. I love you so much um, for supporting me. I mean, really. But I was thinking about doing a video on tips for how would I say this? Tips for eating while on Noom. Things, products that you can use to help keep you in the green zone. They have a green zone for fruits and veggies and sugar-free things. And then the yellow zone is like, okay, chicken and stuff, you got to be careful with your calories. And then they've now changed the red zone to orange just this week. It's a little bit of a psychological, well, it's a lot of a psychological thing. So that's one. And then the other one was I'm going to do another brand review, but I don't want to throw them all at you at once. I've already thrown two at you at once. But I got very familiar with this company. They make primarily chocolate, really good chocolate, really clean chocolate, and 70% cacao. Yeah, it's bitter, but I'm telling you, now they make the little cookies grain-free, and they make what's called the gems. They're just tiny little dots of chocolate. Comes in a couple different flavors. And then they make chocolate bars that you can break down. And I'm such a chocolate fan that Noom doesn't like who, even if it's the cleanest chocolate and the darkest chocolate and the less sugar, they don't care. It's still on the orange list, red, orange. But I like to keep a little jar next to me where I keep my fruit and my recliner, near my recliner, and I just have some of the little dots in there, and I have a couple of chunks of the candy bars, just like little 1-inch chunks. And that way, when I get a chocolate craving, I just pop one in my mouth. And I take the hit on Noom because you know what? You got to live, you got to be happy, and you got to let yourself enjoy life, you know? And so, you know, I may have been on Noom all summer, but I've been to Baskin and Robbins at least 2 times. Couple days ago, 2 days ago, I went to Green Turtle, had my favorite burger that's got a lot of really bad stuff on it. I mean, not bad, you know what I mean? Uh, Traditionally bad diet food, bacon and cheddar cheese and onion straws and big burger. So yeah, I am losing weight. I've lost around 11 or 12 pounds total so far. I don't want to lose a lot of weight because I don't want to have to buy an entirely new wardrobe. But I am going to stop when I hit my goal weight, which is 150. I am about 6 pounds away from there right now. And once I get to my goal weight, then I'm going to practice maintenance. Because that's the thing I've always struggled with. I've never done maintenance perfect. Well, perfect. I'm a perfectionist. But I want to work on maintenance and then maybe lose a little bit more. But I don't want to go crazy. I just wanted enough that I could take some of the pain off of these knees, and that has worked. Just with 10, 12 pounds. All right, I'm sorry, going on and on and on and on. Take care, be well, and always, you know what I'm going to say, people, be yourself. Bye.